Happy New Year from CCX Sports. Tonight it's Northwest Suburban Conference Girls Basketball. The Maple Grove Crimson coming to Fridley to take on the Totino-Grace Eagles. Hello and welcome to Totino-Grace High School. John Jacobson along with Patty Sorensen. Hope you've all dug out from the snow. If not, hope you're inside anyway, enjoying this one tonight. Patty, Maple Grove having a good season, 5-3. Look at the record. It's like, well, it's a good record. It's a really good record when you look at who their losses are to. Three teams that are ranked in the top 5 in Class 4A: Hopkins, St. Michael, Albertville, and Wayzata.
You know, their strength of schedule, their offseason, it's amazing what they've put together. And when you look at it, I was looking at it again today, and it's like they're number 1, 2, and 3 right now. Yeah. And you're playing against teams like that in the offseason or in your non-regular conference, and that just only helps you build your program and improve.
Totino-Grace 1-8, a little bit of a surprise, only because they were state Class 3A champions a year ago, win 23 games, but they graduated most of the scoring from that team. Hannah Herzig and Leah Dengerud are both playing college basketball right now. Hannah at Mankato and Leah over at Concordia St. Paul. So they lost a lot of talent, a lot of scoring. Not many girls back this year. They did pick up a win in the holiday tournament last week, so they are coming off a win against Rochester John Marshall. And Mary Dengerud said that's great for the girls' confidence and hope gives them a little push here into the new year.
Well, definitely. I think what they're trying to do now is find their new identity. Okay, it's going to take some time, and the girls are working. You relied on those 2 young ladies last year, and now it's like you don't have them. So we're going to figure out how to do it together. And like Coach said, that game they won was she said it all came together finally. So hoping that will carry on and as they progress forward.
Right. Those 2 aren't coming back into the gym, right? You got to figure it out on the floor.
Yeah, that's right. You got to figure out how to make it happen because those girls have moved on to their next level.
Let's look at our key players tonight. Starting with the Crimson, Jordan Odie, one of the finest sophomores in the state of Minnesota. We've seen her play already this year in a TV game we did against Wayzata. It's just a really good talent.
You know, Jordan, I keep forgetting, I tell you this many times, that she's only a sophomore, but she is so fun to watch. She does so many things on the floor. Her shooting percentages are amazing. Her defense, she gets at it. She's a fearless player, but she's a total team player too.
For Totino-Grace, Ava Regal. They have a very balanced scoring attack. Ava's right in the mix there, 7.5 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, second in the team in both categories. Leads the team in assists, primary ball handler. Definitely a key player on the floor for the Eagles.
Definitely, you know, and part of the surprising part for her is she was injured for more than half of the year last year. But Coach says, you know, she's a floor leader. She's a good ball handler. She sees the floor, so she's going to be looking to her to kind of keep the team going and get the team more involved.
We'll tip it off in just a few moments. It's Maple Grove, Totino-Grace, Northwest Suburban Conference Girls Basketball, next here on CCX. Thursday of 2023. Welcome back to Totino-Grace. Getting ready for tip-off. Totino-Grace, Maple Grove girls basketball. The Eagles coming in 1-8 on the season, 0-4 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Maple Grove 5-3, and they are 4-0 in Northwest Suburban Conference games. Let's look at the starters for tonight's game for Maple Grove. It's Audrey Corman, Claire Stern, Kennedy Click, Jordan Odie, and Kate Holmquist. 2 seniors, a junior, sophomore, and a freshman. And for Totino-Grace, Abby Lord, a senior in the post, Megan Spencer, Itoro Ituku, a couple of juniors, Chloe Nuss, a junior, and Ava Regal, a junior. Chloe Nuss, a sophomore. And we are underway. Maple Grove in white, Totino-Grace in the home navy. Ball tipped. Comes, though, to Click, have it knocked out of her hands. Went off of her, though, and out. And it's a turnover and right over to Totino-Grace. Maple Grove showing a little press on the inbound. And brought up court by Nuss. Nuss driving on Click, goes all the way to the basket. I like the aggression Patty couldn't finish at the rim.
I think that's one thing that they're going to try and do is just kind of push a little bit and attack, which is good. See what you can do and go at it strong.
Odie missing on the pull-up jumper. Nuss pushing the tempo back for Totino. She'll take it to the basket and draws the foul. So again, attacking, and this time rewarded with free throws.
You know, it's kind of fun to see what they're coming out with, the intensity they're coming out with right now, and they're just going at it. There's no stepping back. It's Maple Grove. They know what their record is. They know what their team's made of, but they're just going right at them.
First free throw spins out. Now it's 8.7 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, tops in both categories for the Eagles. They've got balanced scoring, Patty, but the scoring is low relatively. You know, they have 4 players between 7 and 9 points, but it's a little different than if you have 4 between, say, 12 and 15, right?
Well, exactly, and I think that's part of it, like Coach said. That's great defense
right there. Great defense right there. A takeaway by Abby Lord. Pass ahead. Oh, and a great block on the other end. And then unable to stay in bounds was Clara Stern. So it'll stay with Totino-Grace.
You know, when you talk about their balanced scoring, I like that. But like you said, your coaches want couple people up in double figures. Right. And I think that's them still trying to figure out their identity, playing definite, equal playing and ball play. And just got to be more confident. Step up and put the shots down.
Regal into the hands of Ituko. And back to Regal on the right wing. Lord drives and off to the corner. Good patient possession here for Totino, and good defense by Maple Grove. And then traveling, whistled against Ituko. Should mention that Maple Grove has not played a game since December 20th and just won since December 15th. Had a couple of games scheduled in there that were wiped out because of weather. Great steal. Oh, and then they unable to finish with Nuss out of bounds. Who's it off of? Looks like it's off of Grace. So back over to Maple Grove. So, you know, Mark Cook and they didn't have practice the last couple of days. A little worried that they're a little rusty. I mean, again, no games for 2 weeks, no practices the last couple of days.
Well, like you said, they ended up having a team Zoom meeting because they were supposed to play, I believe, was it Minnetonka the other night?
On Tuesday. That one sails over our head.
You know, that game got canceled. School, they didn't have practice, and then it's like no school, no practice yesterday, so they actually had to do a Zoom meeting to prepare for tonight's game.
It's Coach Cook, 18th year. He already seems concerned. We're only a minute and a half into the game. But it's, you know, Totino's played well in the first 90 seconds. I don't know what you can read into that, but Maple Grove had some turnovers early. Now some good pressure defense, though, by the Crimson. They force the turnover, and Odie gets the basket, and they're on the board. And then going back, they took it over the inbound line. And so a turnover by the Eagles again. And it's back into the hands of the Crimson. Odie. Out top to Holmquist, the freshman. Odie for 3. Back iron not good. Good rebound by Stern into the hands. Click can't finish. Audrey Corman underneath. That won't go. And rebounded by Totino-Grace. Eagles push it ahead. All the way to the basket. Up and in and one. Itoro Ituko, the junior, with the basket and the foul.
You know, and that's where that, in a way, a little bit of that advantage goes to Totino of having played in that tournament and playing. You can scrimmage and practice at practice all the time, but you just need to get back in and get to play, and that's where, like Mark said, you know, they haven't played a game. They'll get used to it. They'll shake off the dust, but, I mean, it's been fun to watch how aggressive and tenacious right now that Totino-Grace is going at the hoop.
An early timeout, though, for Maple Grove. They took a full timeout.
The coaches wants to settle him down. He wants to talk to him about, you know, do what you do. Go back to doing what we know how to do. Don't try too much. Be smarter. Make better decisions and more control. And right now we're watching both teams pressing both ways, which has been kind of interesting.
There's Mayor Dangerud, third-year head coach. Remember, her daughter played last year, as we talked about on the pregame, and got to play against her former high school teammate and lifelong friend, Hannah Herzig, last week when Concordia played Mankato, and Mary's got a state championship ring and first-place medal they're not going to take away.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly right.
Great memory for those girls in this program. So, free throw is up and good. A three-point play complete. And it's a 4-2 Grace lead early here. Getting that pressure, and this one forces a turnover. Tilko attack again and score. Hey, they are not timid at all, right?
No, and they're well, you know, they like to press, so they're used to pressing, so they're just sticking at it and they're going with it.
Stern's shot got blocked by Spencer and forces the ball out of bounds off of Maple Grove. Regal. Odie, the bigger player on her. Turns the corner on the wing, now spins back into the paint and hands it off to Lord. Lord trying to attack, got cut off and then shuffled her feet. Turnover for the Eagles. Pressure again by Totino-Grace, which is what we expected tonight. They told us they would do here against Maple Grove. A little runner by Odie. And rebounded by Totino. Here comes Regal. Really bothered by Odie. And now hands it off to Lord. Spencer back into Lord's hand. She'll put up the jumper. Pretty good shot, but won't go. Underneath Spencer, the offensive rebound, and puts it back in. And it's 8-2 Totino-Grace.
You know, if you're watching those Totino-Grace girls, they are attacking the bucket, but they're also getting at the board. They are just being aggressive on all parts of the floor right now.
Quick handing off. Odie, open three is good. What a great shot.
With someone coming into her face. I mean, that's what the fun things about Jordan. I mean, she's composed. She finishes.
Regal dribbles into some traffic, but gets bailed out as got fouled on the play. Look at that hustle there. Lord saving that ball. And then the offensive rebound and put back by Spencer. Three team fouls now on Maple Grove, the last one on Holmquist. Underneath that, got denied. Maple Grove's got it. Abby Steiner, number 12, into the lineup now. It's Click. Let's go a three. Spins out. Corman underneath. Puts it up and in. First basket tonight for the senior. 5 in a row for Maple Grove. Lord turns and able to score around Corman.
She did a good job of being patient, taking her to the one side, coming around the other side, and finishing up with her left.
(10-7). Click dribbles through the double team. Steiner will let fly a three from the corner. Corman keeps it alive, pushes it back up, not good, and rebounded by the Eagles. Ahead they go. Lord up with the shot, too strong. Rebounded by Lexi Hanna, who's also in for Maple Grove, 24.
You know, if you're watching the Totino-Grace girls, when the ball goes up and when Maple Grove gets that rebound, if they turn to pivot, there's a girl right there trying to grab the ball or tie it up.
Maria Radabal, the freshman. Good hustle play, knocks that ball away defensively. And down to Corman. She'll put it on the deck, takes it strong to the basket, missed the shot. I like the look, though, and just couldn't get it to finish. Turnover, though, is still by Click. Back into the hands of Odie. Click will drive, a pull-up shot and rattles it in.
Nice job, nice finish with her attacking right to the middle and putting it right up there.
Nice dish off underneath. And Lord finding Regal for the basket. All 5 starters have scored for Totino-Grace.
Which goes to talk about what they've talked about. Pretty balanced scoring. They're all contributing.
Erica Welsh, number 31, now in for Totino. Stern back in. Corman will get a rest. Crimson trying to break the press, and they do. Steiner, pull-up jumper, side of the lane. A couple of buckets in a row here for Kennedy Click.
It has such a pretty touch.
Grace still in the lead, though, at 12-11. Biggest lead was 6. Handoff, Radabaugh. Shot too strong and rebounded by Maple Grove. Click off to Odie, puts it on the floor. Runner, what is a tough play, and makes it go. Maple Grove in the lead, 13-12. Radabaugh, a little crossover, the nice dish off. Finds her teammate for 2. First basket tonight for Carolyn Schrader. Stern to the basket is fouled by Regal.
I think what you've seen a little bit too with how Maple Grove is handling the press, the last couple possessions they've moved the ball a little better, and instead of trying to rush it up, and have been more successful getting it up to try and get something in the half court here.
First free throws of the night for Maple Grove. Stern's got her first point. Averages 9.5 points a game. It's one here. Rebound by Hannah up. Not good. And then knocked out of bounds off the Eagles. Holmquist back in for Maple Grove. Spencer for Totino-Grace. And Totino-Grace is going to take a timeout. Their first of the half.
You know, both coaches are really addressing how they're going to handle this press, because both teams are pressing right now. And in the first beginning of the game, it felt like the advantage was going a little more with control in the aspect of Totino's press. And then it took Maple Grove a little bit to settle down. Now you're seeing both teams applying a little pressure. And it'll be fun to see how they make these adjustments as the game progresses. And really, can they keep this tempo up the whole game? You know, how long will they keep going?
Maple Grove in the top 10 in Class 4A. We mentioned their losses are to 1-3 and 1-2 and 4. Hopkins number 1. STMA's having a really good season at number 2. Then Chaska, Wayzata, Rosemont rounding out the top 5. Eden Prairie, Eastridge, Minnetonka under new head coach Brian Cosgriff at number 8. And then Maple Grove at 9. And a steal on the inbound by Spencer for Totino-Grace. Tied at 14, 7 minutes into the game. Regal to Radabaugh. Jumper from the wing, partially blocked. Regal got a hand on it. Stern has it now and is able to corral the loose ball. Holmquist will push it up for Maple Grove. Dish to the corner, then back out high. And knocked down. It's a three-point shot made by Claire Stern.
And that's the other thing Maple Grove has they have many people that can score. They have many people that can shoot from deep and can attack the bucket.
Steal here for Ali Massoy. Takes it to the basket, couldn't quite get the finish. Spencer came back defensively, perhaps altered that shot a little bit. Regal's pass gets kicked, and it's still Maple Grove basketball, or still Totino-Grace basketball.
You know, as she was coming up, I don't know if she saw, but she had Nuss wide open on the right side of her, but I liked what she tried to see. She saw her person down on the block, tried to thread it to her. (17-14), Maple Grove in the lead after trailing most of this first 8 minutes or so.
Radebaugh passing on the right wing, and then they're looking for the return pass. Spencer was looking for Radebaugh. Unfortunately, Radebaugh didn't see it coming, so it's a turnover for the Eagles. That's a little spin move in the basket. Hannah will go to the line and shoot 2.
That was a nice little move by Hannah.
Foul whistled against Spencer, her first, second team foul on Totino. Second one's good. With bench point scored by Maple Grove. And their lead is 4. Tuco gave it up. Radebaugh back on the wing. Cloud and back out on the pass to Schrader. Now back into the hands of Katie Cloud. Guarded by Massoy. Mark Cook wanted a 5-second call. Shot from the corner, too strong. And Click with the rebound. Looks up court, she's going to take it herself. Scoops it up and in. Click with 6 points.
Got a nice little roll off that rim there.
Now the biggest lead of the game, 6 points for Maple Grove. Spencer will go baseline, getting pushed just enough by Hannah to draw a whistle. First and Lexi Hannah, 4th team foul on the Crimson. Both teams will shuffle in players here. You can see early on that I think the defensive effort is there equally. Maple Grove's right now it's showing that he's got more skill offensively, right? They're able to finish. They've got really good players who can finish at the rim, and Totino, for the most part, hasn't been able to do that.
Exactly, and that's what you're seeing. The Maple Grove players are settling down about now, getting back into game mode and finding their shots and taking their shots when it's their shot in their area.
Kennedy Click with the basketball will play next year at the University of Minnesota. Audrey Corman headed to the New Jersey Institute of Technology D1 program, and Jordan Odie, in talking to Mark Cook ahead of time and before the game tonight, sounds like she got a whole world in front of her in Division I basketball, and still just a sophomore, but being heavily recruited by a lot of schools.
You know, that's the fun thing to see, but it can also get a little exhausting sometimes too, as far as it's like all the time. But it's good to see her get that. I mean, she is such a talented player, and it's going to be fun to see where she goes and what she can do. But we've got 2 more years after this to watch her.
That whole summer of AAU ball next year, and I think that'll maybe give her some more options. And
definitely, you know, and some of the tournaments that her team is playing in, some really tournaments where she's going to be seen by a lot of people.
Tuco trying to get it to go at the rim, couldn't. Corman rebounds. Another turnover, though. A couple bad passes here for Maple Grove, unforced turnovers, if you will. And Totino had a chance to turn it into points at the other end as Nuss is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Foul called on number 5, Aubrey Corman. Nuss shooting 2.
Fouls on Corman. That's one more free throw coming. Totino-Grace with a young team, you know, of the girls that we've seen tonight. Only Abby Lord is a senior, so these girls are all going to come back. They're going to get better the rest of this season and coming into next year.
Well, and that's key for them, too. You're getting some really good competition. Your kids are gaining more confidence each game. And they know there's some things they got to figure out. And like Coach said, find their identity now. And that's only going to help them continue to build next year, too.
The Soy shot spun out Eagles with possession. Rigo left wing to the corner. Baseline drive and then a kick out pass. Open is Ituko and knocks it down for a 3.
They're being patient in there. They're seeing, and you're seeing a lot of things going down, and they're finding the person they can kick it out to.
She's got 8 points to lead the Eagles. They're back to within 2. Here's Corman in the paint. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Spencer. Lord out on the wing. Ball knocked away. Getting it back out to Rigo. Missed on the 3. And rebounded by Massoy. Click. Looks up court. Holmquist open on the wing and hits.
Oh, pretty shot, pretty shot. You know, Corman, every time she gets the ball down there, she's got 2 or 3 people around her each time. She's having to work for that. And she just has to know that. She's going to have them all over her, so she just has to go to the shot she knows she can make. And just finish with confidence.
Now all 5 Maple Grove starters have scored. Here's Nuss. Off to Riegel. So we wind down towards 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Out of bounds. Good pressure by Massoy and forced the turnover as it went off of Spencer and out. Click will inbound.
You know, with Allie's defense back there for Maple Grove, that was one of the things I always tried to get my players to understand. Deflects are good. Get in there, disrupt it, and that's exactly what she did that time.
Click able to finish after Corman had the offensive rebound off the Odie miss. Mary Dingerud will call another timeout.
Yeah, she's got to try and, you know, settle her kids down, continue to build their confidence. She doesn't. Games that everybody has to make up, too. I mean, there's a whole bunch of schools in that same boat.
Totino-Grace next week at Armstrong. Ironically, another CCX TV game, so we'll get the Eagles back-to-back. And they host Park Center a week from tonight in their next games. So, Totino-Grace, hoping they've solved some things as they come out of their timeout. Trailing by 7, their biggest deficit so far tonight. Too strong on the shot by Schrader. Back come the Crimson. Ahead to Stern, knocked away from her. Spencer getting back into the play. Deflects it out of bounds. I like the defense.
Yes. I mean, they are. They're all over the place.
Odie out high. Steiner back to Odie. Nuss defensively on her. Now Odie will put it on the floor. Back out. Stern has it knocked away, and the turnover. Steal for Totino-Grace. Pass ahead. Underneath to Riegel. And then into the hands of Schrader. Skip pass across off of Odie. Still Eagles basketball.
That was a dangerous pass. When you've got Odie in there in defense, she's all over the place. And it was a pretty long pass, and her player needed to just come a little quicker.
Erica Welsh on the inbound. Ball tipped in the air. Steal for Maple Grove. Ahead to Odie. Great steal by Abby Steiner. The finish for Jordan Odie. And she's got 9 points. 27-18 Crimson. corner, 3 ball. Comes out. Rebound, though, by Totino-Grace by Regal. Can't drive on Steiner. She's cut off. Underneath the basket for Chloe Nuss. Her first field goal, she got 4 points in all. Or Stern pushes it right back up. A little out of control, lost the ball. Stern slow to get up as Totino-Grace gets back into the front court. Regal in the corner. Drive. Almost losing him, then picking it back up was Nuss.
Oop.
And then a bad pass and a turnover. Here comes Click. Got options. Odie able to put it up and in. Great teamwork there. Click to Odie, and those two are playing very well together tonight.
They've had a couple nice possessions like that, and they're just seeing each other and both crash into the bucket and giving up a good pass.
Asha Dawson-Walton, number 45, in for Maple Grove. Drive, kick to the wing. Regal. Nuss.
Oh, nice
Finds
cut.
the cutter, drive to the basket. That was a great play. And
Yep.
a finish at the hoop by Welsh.
Nice C, nice cut, nice finish.
And then a turnover by Maple Grove in the backcourt. Oh, the Eagles get another possession here, trying to cut this lead down further. Drive and then pass back out. This is Lord against the taller Corman to the corner. Baseline drive and then back. Lord will go to rim again. Corman is there and walks it out of bounds.
You know, it's fun to watch with the Totino girls. I mean, Maple Grove has that height advantage, but they're not intimidated by it. They're going right at them.
Yeah, Lord giving up about 4 inches there on Corman. Went right at her, but Corman winning that battle. Radabaugh. Lord. Ituko came through. Drive, nice little scoop shot. And Nuss will go back to the free throw line again. Fouls on Click. That's her second, 16th foul on the Crimson.
Yeah, that worked for her. That's a shooting foul right now, and then the next foul, Totino's in 1-1.
First free throw too strong. Soy back in for Maple Grove, replacing Click. Second one's good. 29-23, and a turnover. Oh, bad pass by the Crimson. Eagles with the possession again.
You've kind of seen waves in the game
Yeah,
with these possessions, you know. You thought Maple Grove was finding the groove and going to continue to pull away, and then Totino's come right back in.
And then they sail past out of bounds themselves.
Yep.
Right back to Maple Grove.
They're playing catch down there in that half. You have it. No, I'll have it.
Odie into Hannah. That one again out of bounds. I think Mark Cook thought that one may have been deflected. Referee said no. Inbounds. And we have a clean possession. Lord. Backing and traveled.
You know, we've seen a few of those tonight of people, you know, trying to make the pass and it's going too quick and they get a little travel going on.
Inbound comes to Corman, to Odie. Massoy into the front court, Steiner. Baseline drive, cut off, Massoy, back out to Odie. Odie for three. Badly missed on that one. Rebounded by Radabaugh. To the basket, up too strong. Rebound for Corman. Hannah passing to the corner. Odie goes into Corman on the block. Push from behind. A whistle, a foul against Nuss. Now do a minute 40 to play here in the first half. Odie, shot, offensive foul. Good work by Carolyn Schrader to draw the foul.
Coach is not happy with that call.
It's the second foul on Odie. Full court press here put on by Maple Grove. Now they'll retreat. Schrader into the hands of Radabaugh and into the front court. 1:15 to go. Radabaugh open is Nuss for two. Good look, good find by Radabaugh. And Nuss open on the weak side. Ball deflected in the backcourt. Turnover, no, not quite. Maple Grove able to keep possession. Odie. They're going to call a foul here. Thought for a second they were going to say there wasn't a change of possession. They were going to call 10 seconds, but instead they get Totino-Grace on a foul. Maple Grove not in the bonus. That's just the 5th team foul on Totino-Grace with 52 seconds left. Hannah to Corman. Steiner will drive in, back to Corman. Back out, quick passes here from Maple Grove. Nice job by Massoy. Waits for two players to fly by her and drops it in.
Great patience on her part. You know, you got two of them coming at you, and she just was very in control of the whole way.
6-point game with 20 seconds to go. Ichuko goes to the basket. Oh, can't get it to go. Corman rebounds. Into the front court, Massoy, and Stern has his shot blocked by Schrader. 6 seconds to go. Got all ball. Good call. Good block. Massoy gets it in. Hannah. Scoop is up, not good. Corman rebounds. Sought to put it up here in a hurry. Does, and it drops. Audrey Corman with their second basket of the half, coming right before the buzzer. And Maple Grove will take an 8-point lead into halftime, Patty, 33-25.
You know, it's just been back and forth, and neither team has given up. They're all playing tough, aggressive defense. It's fun to watch, and give credit to Totino-Grace. And I mean, they 5 fouls. They didn't put Maple Grove in the 1-on-1.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. First half highlights and more. It's Maple Grove on top. 9th-ranked team in Class 4A. Leads at 33-25.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Northwest Suburban Conference Girls Basketball on CCX. John Jacobson, Patty Sorensen, and our crew tonight at Totino-Grace. Maple Grove leading the Eagles 33-25 as we look at some highlights, Patty, from the first half. A lot of Totino-Grace early. I thought their defense was outstanding. They were attacking the basket as they have most of the half there. The finish there by Tuco. Another steal, and she's been their top scorer so far, and I really like the way that they've been able to play. Hard to overcome Jordan Odie, though. I mean, right? You can't there's no defense on the floor for that shot, and then Kennedy Click's been solid tonight in her shooting. Odie puts it on the floor, the little runner there for two of her team-high 11 points. Stern knocking down the three there. One of three made threes in the first half for Maple Grove. Audrey Corman getting the basket right before the first half buzzer to extend the lead to 8. You look at the top scorers. Odie with 11. Click has 8. Corman and Stern 4 points apiece. Ituko with 8. Nuss with 7. And then 5 players, 2 points each. That accounts for all 25 on the Totino-Grace side of the ledger.
Well, and that's as you talked about it, you're seeing Jordan and Kennedy kind of connecting more. They're reading each other, and the fun thing about Jordan, she's got her shot open, and then she sees the people to kick to. But on the other half, you look at what Totino's doing, and I think they were getting more confidence because their press was paying off. Their defense was getting the ball back in their hands, and just their confidence in attacking and scoring a few has built their confidence a bit too.
Yeah, I think it's been a solid half for a team that comes in 1-8. They don't look 1-8, right?
Exactly. Watching them play, it's hard to believe that is their record because they just are tenacious out there, and they play every possession. They play hard every possession, and you don't see any quit.
Right. We go back to break. We'll come back. Second half ahead yet on CCX. Maple Grove, Totino-Grace girls basketball. About to start the second half, Maple Grove ranked in the top 10 in Class 4A, looking for their 6th win of the season, leading Totino-Grace 33-25. John Jacobson with Patty Sorensen. First possession, Patty, for the Eagles. What's important to see from them in the first, say, 4 minutes of the half?
To keep their composure, to keep attacking the bucket, and just keep playing what they were doing in the first half. Their press was getting to flex and things like that, and they were confident attacking the bucket. They just got to keep doing that.
Claire Stern whistled for an early foul, her first. Nobody in foul trouble with 3 players total in the game with 2 fouls each. Good cut and good finish by Spencer at the rim.
And that's the other key for Totino-Grace is be patient on those plays, run your play, keep moving.
Crimson breaks the press. Odie with the finish. Assist to Holmquist. For Maple Grove, what do you want to see them to clean up on?
Well, I think Coach is talking about the number of turnovers and deflect. The control of the ball. They need to get back into control of the ball in their tempo and playing their game. There was probably a lot more turnovers than Coach wanted to see in that first half.
Nuss's pass failed to connect with Spencer. And so it's back to the Crimson. Click to the front court to Stern. Had it stripped away, got it back. And then into the hands of Holmquist. Click, traveled. You and I were talking in the break there off air about Gopher women's basketball tonight. It's a big game, and mentioned Kennedy will be heading to play for the U of M next year, and they're having a nice season with a lot of young players making contributions.
Well, and that's got to be exciting for the young kids coming in, and ooh, nice shot by Kennedy there.
Knocks down a 3 as on cue.
Yeah, we talk about it, and boom, she knows.
You got 11 points now.
Well, and the fun thing is those kids have competed against each other in AAUs, played together, some of them, and they're just having fun.
Nuss gets past Click here and scores. Great play by Chloe Nuss, the sophomore. She's got 9 points to lead Totino-Grace. Click to Stern. Corman's wide open as they break the press, goes to the basket and scores.
That's something else I'm pretty sure Coach talked about at halftime was we've got to do a better job of breaking their press. Being more patient on there, making the right passes, moving the ball.
Click, a great block from behind, is able to come back and recover and get the block on Nuss. Click to the corner, open three look, not good for Odie, and rebounded by Totino-Grace, pulled down by Lord. Maybe Lord will take it at Corman, then passed it off. Now it's Spencer with it, and she has it taken away by Stern. Stern all the way to the hoop. We'll go to the line for two. Great play at both ends by Claire Stern. Gets the takeaway, and she'll get rewarded at the other end, attacking, and we'll go to the line for two. Stern 1 out of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Also has a 3-point basket. Carolyn Schrader back in, replacing Abby Lord for Totino. And timeout here taken by Totino-Grace. Upcoming TV on CCX. We've got girls hockey from the Lake Conference coming up Saturday afternoon from the Plymouth Ice Center as the Wayzata Trojans host Buffalo Bison. Back in Northwest Suburban Conference play, we'll get a chance to see Totino-Grace again on Tuesday in our first look at Armstrong. And then next Thursday night, Wayzata and Hopkins, two of the top teams in the Lake Conference in gymnastics, go head-to-head. And then a triangular between Park Center, Cooper, and Armstrong. Late afternoon wrestling at Armstrong High School coming up a week from Friday. And then we've got Hopkins Minnetonka girls basketball, Patty, coming up in a couple weeks. Should be a good one. Second free throw is good here. Excuse me. 12-point lead now from Maple Grove, their biggest of the game. 15.5 minutes to go in the second half. Nice turn and drive to the basket and finish for Regal. Just her second basket tonight.
She did a really nice job when she attacked that bucket. She came in with her right hand and actually put it over to the left because the person was come to her and finished it with the left.
Odie able to score. Holmquist, a great job, missed on her three, but fouled her shot, got it back out, and Jordan Odie then burying it out high, and she's got 16 points.
Jordan shoots 52% from the field goals. It just like I said, sometimes it's just an awe watching.
Eagles need to get some offense going. Ituko, Spencer. Stern playing a really good defense on her. Doesn't allow Spencer to get a shot away. Got to go back out with the pass. Now down low, a lot of traffic there. Schrader, Click, gets a hand in on the ball. Now to the corner. Three ball, not good. And chased down to the corner by Holmquist. Odie looking at the basket and then gives it up on the pass to Holmquist. Back to Odie. Finds the cutter. Click. Holmquist open. Corner three. That is great basketball right there.
And that was fun to watch that whole thing develop because Kennedy was calling for the ball over in the right corner. Then she made the cut to the middle, got the ball, and unselfishly saw her teammate because as people collapsed and her teammate was wide open.
Mary Dingerid's going to run out of timeouts by the weekend. She got one left here. She takes another one here with 13:45 to go. Let's take a look at that last hoop again.
So she's,
Just click on the left side, cuts. And Holmquist wide open, buries it. Hey, we talk a lot about Odie and Click. Kate Holmquist is a freshman. And that's pretty not unprecedented because Odie did it and others have done it. But to be able to play start as a freshman at a program as good as Maple Grove, it says a lot about your talent, right?
Well, exactly. And we talked to Coach about her before. And he's just, she's developing. She's got the older players to work with her. But she is somebody, you bring a freshman in and she's running your floor for you. She's got some good skills there, and she's only going to continue to grow. You think about the leaders in front of her. I mean, you watch what Jordan Odie's done. You watch with Kennedy Click. You watch with some of the kids that have been there in the past. And if you're willing to come in and work for it, there's going to be some good opportunities.
And some of those older girls or more experienced girls this year got to play with, say, Jordan Lampker a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Who's now at St. Thomas. And they started every game this year for the Tommies, I believe, having a good season over there.
When you get your older leaders or your players that are not necessarily even older, but your ones that are more skilled that play a lot, when it's huge. Your success is a lot of times determined how well they're going to help bring those younger players along with them and mentor them.
Steal by Click. All the way to the basket and finishes. Click with 13, Odie was 16, and Maple Grove really opening it up, now up by 18.
You tend to see Kennedy get a little more comfortable as the game has progressed here, and she's just defensively, offensively looking to assist, looking for her shot.
Rigo on the handoff. Schrader. Good ball movement here by Totino-Grace, and Spencer able to finish that sequence off.
And I think that's going to be crucial for Totino offensively, is to continue to move the ball. Look for your opportunities to attack, but then continue to move the ball too.
Steiner. Odie gets by her defender, got to the basket, but got her shot blocked. All defended by the Eagles. Back into the hands of Nuss. Spencer looking in, a couple of dribbles on Hannah, and then gives the pass back out. Radabaugh. Stern getting a hand on it, and the ball is loose and turned over. Maple Grove back the other way. Another great passing. Steiner feeds Click for the basket.
That last possession back there by Totino, it was one where I actually thought Addie had the shot, and she kicked it out to her teammate.
That pass out of bounds. Not Totino, I think just rattled was the right word, but certainly Maple Grove has settled themselves down and really showing the talent that they have.
And they're including everybody. I mean, there's so many different weapons Maple Grove has. There's Kennedy again. She went in and posted up, and she was making the shot around.
Click hits again. A strong game tonight. Shooting the basketball 53-33 now. Radabaugh out high. Here comes Rigo. Good pass to Nuts. Couldn't finish. Rebounded by Hannah.
And you got Maple Grove's just swarming the boards right now.
Oh, another great finish and an unselfish play by Click. Dumps it off to Claire Stern for the layup. 55-33. And Totino-Grace has burned its final timeout by my count, right? Isn't that all five?
I think so.
With 10:55 to go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I will say this. One, you can't save them. Two, things aren't going well. You got to try to find something, settle your girls down and get into an offense and not allow Maple Grove just to come and score at will at you on the other end. And credit Maple Grove to a lot, sharing the ball really well, and they've got the talented girls to be able to finish the plays too, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're watching Maple Grove totally get comfortable. They're back in their zone. They've worked off the rust of not playing a game. And you're right. It's like you got to use those timeouts. You want to disrupt anything you can do to break up their rhythm. It's tough that you had to take all 5 by now, but that's what you got to do in some of these situations. You got to use those timeouts to regroup your own team, but maybe just take them out of their rhythm a little bit. Just try to disrupt them, the opponent.
I can't remember which coach it was or what team it was, but sometime in the last few years, there was a coach that took a timeout in the first 30 seconds of the game. Like, what did we talk about before the game? Not like it.
I think I remember it too. Oh. She kind of got the ball for a second. It was like, okay, am I going the other way? This is too easy. And then turned around and was wide open.
Nuss able to score. Whistle, we're going to get a foul on Totino-Grace. Foul will be on Nuss. That's her third. Only player with 3 fouls in the game. Walton will pass it back out to Steiner. Click to Massoy. Her shot up, not good. Rebound and good hustle by Lexi Hannon to get that ball deflected off the Eagles player and out of bounds.
I really like what Click's doing right now because there's shots, but she's finding her teammates. She's getting everybody involved. That's the kind of teammate you want to have.
Inbound comes to Hannah. To Massoy. Backs out with it now to Click. Hesitation and then got called. Kind of hooked her arm a little bit. Gets called for the offensive foul.
Kind of wrapped around her there.
Yeah. It's her third. It's over 10 minutes to play here in the second half. Radebach giving it up to Katie Cloud. Goes to the basket. She's strong, but got fouled by Abby Steiner, and free throws coming for Cloud.
First of all, call number 12, Abby Steiner, Katie Cloud shooting 2.
Nothing but net. First point tonight for the junior guard. A lot of arc under that shot, right?
She sure does.
Didn't hit the rim on either one. Knocked them both down, 55-37. Quick, able to advance the ball against Nuss. And finally gets whistled for the foul.
Chloe Nuss called for the personal foul.
That'll be her fourth. Looks like they'll get her out at the next whistle. Click goes inside. Walton, a nice turn. Couldn't quite finish. Nuss has it. Nuss turns, tough shot, and gets fouled. Massoy whistles for the foul, her first. And that's free throw, spins out. Odie and Holmquist back in for Maple Grove. Not the second one.
She was not happy with herself on that first one. She expects a lot of herself, and she's been playing really hard. She's guarding some of the toughest players, and
just a sophomore, Patty.
Yeah, you learn when you're playing teams like this, and you're still having, they're having success against some of the things. They're getting some things done here. That's huge. It helps her develop more confidence.
Inside pass denied by Totino-Grace. Here comes Radebach on the run. Kick out pass, 3 ball. Well done by Totino-Grace as Schrader knocks it down for 3. Holmquist. Stern one dribble, ball chipped away. Radaball the steal. All the way up and in. 5 quick points for Totino-Grace. Now a 12-point game. The lead was 20. Here comes Odie. Attacking, gives it up. And Click with it. Back out. Stern to Odie. Click, baseline shot. She is smooth tonight with her shot. 19 points for the senior. Knocks this ball away. Corman back in. Maybe Lord back in for Totino. Pass comes in to Cloud. Here comes Regal. Baseline shot up short. Regal fouls her own shot and gets fouled by Click. 4 and Click. Regal to the line for 2.
Kennedy Click called for that personal foul. Regal shooting 2.
Her first time to the line tonight. Knocks down the first one. One out of 2, rebounded by Corman. Odie spins. Stern back out. Odie open for 3 and hits.
That was just nice movement. Odie was attacking. She had her teammate kick out, so then she popped back up at the top of the 3 and was wide open.
Regal can't finish. Rebounded by Hannah. Lexi Hannah tried to hand it off and stolen by Radaball. Up and in.
There again, good composure. She heard Odie coming down behind her, and she just hesitated. Odie flew by, and then she was able to lay it up.
Pass for Corman, lost it out of bounds. Look at it again. Just a lot of traffic there for Maple Grove in one spot.
Just control, patience. Some kids struggle with that patience there. You want to hurry up and try and draw the foul and let them go by.
Regal hands it off to Lord. Regal go baseline and then try to get the pass off and stolen by Stern. Stern into the front court, hands off for Odie. Odie a pull up again from the top of the key. That one didn't go, out of bounds off Corman.
You know what Totino-Grace is attacking here on this end has a 6-foot and a 6'1" girl from Maple Grove that they're having to go against. And the girls are still going at it. They're confident, they're working, but that advantage helped off right there for Stern when she deflected the pass.
Spencer back in for Totino-Grace. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second half. Totino-Grace not going away. I mean, they've a long ways to go, but they were down 20. It pulled within 14. Rebound by Maple Grove off the miss. Stern to Odie. Now Hannah. Holmquist looking inside, then back out. Stern's open for 3. Can't get it to go. Long rebound comes to Radaball. Cloud turns and fires and hits. Her first field goal. She's got 5 points here in the second half. The lead is 11 for Maple Grove. Odie spins, had it stripped away by Spencer. To Regal, she spins, lost the ball, but picked up by Radaball. And then knocked away from her by Odie, who ends up with the steal. Odie takes it to the basket. Oh, can't score. Another try and knocked out of bounds. She was looking for a foul, knocked out of bounds by Radaball. Maple Grove will keep possession.
Radaball did a good job of just being able to go straight up and not swing or try and grab.
Holmquist to inbound. Corman knocked away briefly from her by Lord. Odie turns, can't get it to go. Got a couple good looks here on this possession, but neither one dropped. Regal front court. Spencer up over Stern. That's a tough shot, and Megan Spencer gets it to go. It's a single-digit lead now for Maple Grove. Totino's cut it to 9. Timeout, Maple Grove.
That last play by Totino was so pretty, as how they came down and she would cut to the lane, ball up, and kept it up above and over. This is come down. But she didn't shy away from that. You know, it's a lot of kids that height there, but the confidence, you see the confidence right now, a little coming back a little more with Totino.
Yeah, this team's going to win some games yet this year, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm
sitting
here thinking about this, and you look at their record, but you watch, they had that win, they felt like they put things together. You're watching them play, and what does every coach want? I want my team to progress as the season's going down, and that's exactly what Totino's doing right now.
And Maple Grove there for a while. I mean, every shot was going in, and they were connecting, and now, and Totino, to their credit, that last time out, that whatever Mary Dinger had said in that last time out seemed to work. They seemed to be playing with more intensity since that, forcing some turnovers, finishing at the rim, finding the open player, and doing it at both ends. And now they're within 9.
Yeah, it just kind of settled them down and brought their intensity back on defense. And the kids aren't giving up. They're not saying die. They've got something to prove here, and they're doing an excellent job of it. But again, this has been a game of spurts and runs by each team a little bit.
So Holmquist with the ball in their hands. 5 minutes to go here in the second half. Stern, Corman's got the size advantage, turns and scores.
She did a good job of calling for the ball. She had good position, and she finished strong.
8 points for the senior. Lead back to 11 for the Crimson. Before the shot, one up by Lord, traveling.
Corman needs to do more of that. Just be confident with herself in there, not rush her moves, just be consistent with her move and deliberate right to the bucket.
Holmquist. Odie's on the long block looking for the ball. She gets it, turns, and scores. Good feed from Corman, good finish by the sophomore Odie. She's in 21 points now.
And that's what Maple Grove's done the last 2 possessions. They're looking to post somebody up down there, and they're getting some height disadvantages on those matchups.
Holmquist commits the foul, bumping Regal. 6 team fouls, so the next one will put Totino in the bonus. Eagles with just 3 team fouls here in the second half. Cloud to the basket. Too strong, though, on the shot. Click rebounds.
I think she was surprised how wide open she was. I think she was expecting more traffic.
Down low, Corman. Good feed from the wing. Odie spots Corman down low. A couple baskets late here in the second half by Corman.
The last 3 possessions down, Maple Grove has taken advantage of posting somebody up either in the paint or down on the blocks.
Corman got a steal there, sets up this possession for the Crimson. So now the lead that was 9 is suddenly back up to 15, and things back in control for Maple Grove as we wind down toward 3.5 minutes to play in the game. Holmquist, tough runner, but gets it to go.
You know, yeah, it's hard. You get down by 20 and you fight back, you get into single digits, and then, you know, like for Maple Grove, they just start making the buckets again.
Nuss able to finish. 14 points. She leads Totino-Grace in scoring. 68-53, 3:10 to go. Holmquist gets by her defender. Click to the corner. Stern open for three. Good look, not good. Shot not good, and rebounded by Totino-Grace. Here comes Cloud. Kicks it back out. Long three for Radabaugh. Spins out. Cloud rebounds and gets a shot blocked by Corman. Corman playing really well here down the stretch. Odie ahead on the finish by Stern.
He had a nice 3-on-1 there, and it was a good pass from Odie.
Maple Groves hit 70-53 with 2.5 minutes to go. Radabaugh drives in, got by Holmquist, missed the shot, rebound by Corman again. Stern, back out. Odie, couple of dribbles with it. Got 2:05 to go. Stern down low. Click waits for the defenders to go by. Can't get the shot to go. Corman not good. Click fouls it up and in.
Do you call that padding your rebound stats there, going back and forth with each other?
Radabaugh. Oh, Holmquist thought she had the block, but got a little body and commits the foul. Send Maria Radabaugh to the line for two. Radabaugh with 5 points all here in the second half. Galen Thompson back in for Totino.
That's one thing Coach had said. She said we're going to see at times a lineup in there that's very young. And we have with Totino. We've seen young kids, but
Thompson, one of the veterans, a senior, and for the first time tonight. Click gets the basket. Official will get more players in here. That was the reason for the whistle. Click now with 23. Odie 21. Corman with 10. Nuss to the basket. Shot not good. Odie able to get through the defense and give it up to Steiner. Corman backs down her defender, up and in. Oh, I've been impressed with Audrey Corman here the last several minutes of play.
Done much better on her post-up moves. Like you said, these last 7 minutes, she's just done a much better job of posting up and finishing.
Odie rebounds the miss. We're under a minute to play here. Claire Stern with the basketball. To Odie. The click. Stern, Corman. She'll go to the line for two. 6'2", she's definitely using that height to her advantage here late in the ball game.
She really is. She just finally got comfortable. It just took her a while to settle in because, boy, every time she's posted up in this, like you said, the last 7-8 minutes, she's been able to finish or get to the free throw line.
Lasoy back in. Shea Lamker in for the first time. Hannah in. Dawson Walton getting ready to check in for Corman. Addie Hannah, number 1, also in for Maple Grove. Corman's second one, good. Down to 30 seconds to play in the game. Regal to the basket, too strong. Still with Totino-Grace off of Maple Grove. Monica Stang, freshman, 5'2" guard coming in. She'll replace Allie Massoy. Lauren Grabowski, number 10, in for Totino-Grace. Regal's shot, short, out of bounds. Maple Grove will have presumably the final possession of the game here. Lexi Hanna into the front court. And that will do it. Got down to 9 points just a few moments ago, and you look at the final margin, 24.
I know, you know, and Totino did that, though. They kept coming back. They just kept coming back, and it was just a little, Maple Grove had a little more and a little too much, and it finally paid off for Maple Grove.
So the Crimson, a little bit of a, definitely more than a little bit of a sluggish start, but they come back, and they've got some really talented players that showed that tonight, especially offensively, but even defensively, getting rebounds. Audrey Corman, a good finish, you know, and they're two D1 signees, and the one sophomore is going to be a D1 player. Odie, Click, and Corman really coming up with some big plays down the stretch and throughout the game, really.
Yeah, I think they got off to a slower start than they had hoped for, and it took them a while to get into their groove and get going. But then, like you said, the nucleus of the players, they finally settled down. They got their shots. Totino would kind of scrap their way back in, but then they didn't get rattled, Maple Grove. You know, they got back to playing their style of ball. And
they win. So their first game since December 20th goes as a W, and they'll host Minnetonka on Monday. Maple Grove improving to 6-3 on the season. Totino-Grace 1-9. We'll see them at Armstrong on Tuesday. That will do it for our telecast tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Patty Sorensen and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Our final score again from Fridley and Totino-Grace High School. It's Maple Grove 78-54 over the Eagles.